Live. We're live.
Are we live?
Totally live.
We have had so many tech issues, it's unbelievable.
We've had way too many tech issues, but we're here live, and I'm here with New York Times best-selling author, the fabulous, whoops, this way, the one and only Anita Moorjani.
Finally, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to everyone who's been waiting. And I saw comments earlier, and now because we had to log out and come back in, they're gone.
Is there a weird full moon or anything? Because does anybody know if there's a weird? And please post a comment. Um, Hold on a second. Let's see here. Let's see if we're really live. If you're here, would you do me a favor and post a comment so I can make sure that we're definitely live on all platforms? And post a little comment. Just say hi to us. I'm not seeing anything come through, but I'm seeing that there are some people here.
There's a button that says stream this to your audience. I should.
Oh, I don't know. Should we try it? Show comments on stage? No, no, no. Oh, here we go. Here. Sarah, thank you. Sarah Craig Lawrence said here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, everybody. We're here. We're excited. And we are with the fabulous Anita Moorjani. And I am Liz Dawn. Okay, good. You're on Facebook, Robin. Perfect. Sylvia, thank you guys so much. So we're on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube, we're on all different platforms. And my name is Liz Dawn, and I am the CEO of Celebrate Your Life Events. We've been doing events for spiritual events for 30 years. Here with Anita today because we're going to talk about a couple different things. And one of Anita's, I think, one of her superpowers is really teaching people how to heal on all levels of their life. So whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic, especially. So I want to talk to you, Anita, a little bit. I know we're not live on Anita's YouTube. We're live on, I know you can't see us on YouTube, you guys, because we're on the Celebrate Your Life YouTube, because we're on a different StreamYard. But we're on Anita's Facebook page and the Celebrate Your Life Facebook page and the Celebrate Your Life YouTube. Okay. Anyway, so I just want to talk a little bit about healing. How many of you are struggling with your either emotional well-being, spiritual well-being, energetic well-being, physical well-being? Anyone have? Drop it in the comments. I know, Robin, but we had a little mess up. So if you want to ask people to come up. So is anyone having any challenges spiritually, emotionally, physically, energetically? Drop it in the comments. And again, this is like Anita's superpower in being able to really address what's going on all levels. So Anita, can you share with us when someone is having challenges or they're feeling completely splatted, like what is your go-to? Like when you're teaching, what is your go-to to start with to get people in that clear healing, really zen, that space so they can be able to start addressing the healing in their life?
So the first thing I would ask people to do is to meditate or do whatever it takes to get it. And by the way, for Robin, I just wanted to let you know I've had my social media manager, Abby, get onto YouTube right now to put an announcement in there that we have moved to Facebook and we're having technical issues. So going back to the issue of healing, somebody who wants to heal, who wants to get into the healing mode, I would want them to know that we should not be focusing on the illness because we have a tendency to do that. When you have some kind of an issue, a diagnosis, we immediately start obsessing over the illness. And sometimes we obsess to a state of a fear state, and we think of the worst possible outcome. What I immediately ask people to do is to shift that And I start talking to them about wellness. I start saying things like, what is it that you could do, like even take one step to improve your life right now or to improve your health right now? And so it's about shifting your focus because every single illness does not happen in a vacuum.
Anita, would you get a little closer to your microphone? They're saying that the sound isn't good. So
Okay.
let's try.
Okay. So usually, once we are dealing with an illness or when we get a diagnosis, um, we are the first thing that happens is we start obsessing about the illness. What I would like to ask people to do is to start shifting their focus to wellness instead. Every single illness, every diagnosis we get didn't happen in a vacuum. It didn't come out of the blue, out of left field, as much as some of us think that we are a victim of our illnesses. This is not really the case. It's usually a cumulative effect. It's happened over a period of time. So when you get a diagnosis of something, it's something that's manifested physically, but it's been in your energy field for a while. It's been in your emotions, and it's something that's been going on for you for a while before it manifests in the physical. And it could be anything from emotions, stress, fears, um, you hating your life or going through grief. It could also be your lifestyle, your diet, hating your job, having no meaning, having no purpose. So the first thing I would ask people to do is to start by getting calm, going inward, finding some time alone, meditating, and then step by step unraveling your life and ask yourself, what are the things that I've been doing that have been causing me stress? What are all the things in my life that are causing me stress? Where can I reduce the stress? Where can I reduce the fear? Where can I increase love? Where can I increase doing things that I'm passionate about? Where can I change the foods I eat? Where can I change my activities for the day? So you can make all these changes and step by step reverse your illness. So even if you get treated for it, it's a far um, less of a treatment, a milder treatment, than if you just had the doctor tell you, oh, we're going to give you surgery or this whole bunch of meds or this is diabolical and it's terminal. And I want you to know that if you actually take the time to unravel it and take the steps, you can reverse pretty much anything.
That's amazing. And I know that because I've worked with Anita for a long time, I know I'm seeing your comments about audio is not good with Anita. You guys, we know that the sound is not good with Anita. It's okay. Just listen more carefully and lean into your computers and turn your volume up so you can hear her. Okay.
I can change that real quick by putting my AirPods on because they've got a microphone. That should work now.
Okay. Okay. She's going to put her AirPods on. But I love what I've been working with Anita for a long time. So I work with a lot of new thought leaders, and we create Celebrate Your Life creates these big conferences, smaller intimate retreats, online programs. And I have to tell you, when I work with Anita, what I so love about her work is that she is so honest and humble and comes from her heart. And she doesn't just talk about it. She takes you through an experience so you and myself, and I love doing the exercises, can actually experience everything that Anita's talking about really feeling, where this illness might be coming from or where the imbalances are emotionally or spiritually. Even mental illness. And so someone is asking, even mental illness, do you want to address?
Yes, even mental illness. I personally don't specialize in dealing with mental illness. It applies to mental illness. You can actually reverse it, and you can pretty much reverse anything. Is my sound much clearer now? No, still no. That's
But I'm listening. So maybe someone can tell us if Anita's sound is a little bit better, but you can still hear her. So we just have to put up with maybe it's the moon, you guys, or the stars or whatever, but somehow we just have to, if we don't laugh about it, right? We have to, my mother used to say, Elizabeth, life is just a giggle. So
Yes, it is.
let's giggle about it. But again, I just love what Anita shares, about the healing process. Um, it's no, it's not better yet, but that's okay.
Right.
I love what she shares, especially about really beginning to do this work before shit hits the fan. I don't know how else to say that. And Anita would never say that, but before things begin to happen, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. It's about doing this work before it gets to that stage where it's a diagnosis.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly. And I love the way, I've known Anita for a long time, and I love the way that Anita sets the example of how she is so in tune with her own energy and being able to take that step back and set appropriate boundaries for her energy when she feels like it's being too taxed. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? How you preserve, like,
yes.
you talk about filling up your energy field and your energy. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure, absolutely. And I hope you can all hear me. Um, so basically, we are all made of energy, and we have to realize that first. For all my work to really impact you and everything I talk about, everything I do, for you to really get to the gist of it, you have to realize that everything is energy, and we are surrounded by energy. We're made of energy. And so we live in a world, though, that doesn't take into account that in actuality, we are energy more than we are physical beings. And it's only when energy is dense do you see it in three-dimensional physicality, but it's still energy. And so because we don't see energy, and a lot of science doesn't even pay it a lot of attention because we don't see it, because it's not measurable. They're only interested in energy that's measurable, like electricity and so on, because they can monetize it. But our energy, our human energy, our spiritual energy, um, we've not had anybody research into measuring it, but your energy goes up and down all the time. It goes big and it goes small, depending on your circumstances, depending on what you're dealing with from day to day. Most people are not aware that if you are sick, it's because you've been living with very low energy for a very long time. And the lower your energy goes and the longer it stays low, the more it starts to eat away at you and starts to deplete your body. And that's when physical symptoms start to show up. So when you have a lot of physical symptoms, it means you've allowed the world and the people around you and circumstances to erode away at your energy. So I always tell people, think of you as having an energy battery, for example, and your job every day is to keep your battery charged, keep your energy full. The fuller your energy, the higher you vibe, the higher your frequency, the easier it is also for you to connect with the other side and get guidance and messages from our
Yeah.
loved ones. Because that's the other piece as well, like a separate piece, but yet connected. And the lower your energy, um, the more depleted you are. Not only does it eventually wear down your body, but it's harder for you to get into a higher frequency state and connect with your loved ones. So the kind of things that could raise your energy is anything from going out in nature, watching the ocean, going into the mountains, playing with your pets, being with your loved ones, being with your grandchildren or children, and just listening to music. That's another one that I love. And so there's so many things you can do, or being out with a whole group of friends and laughing. Another thing I like to do is I cook. I play in the kitchen. I invent recipes, and so
She's a great cook, you guys. She
thank you.
invented it for me.
Yeah, we did cook for you, and it was so much fun. And so all these things uplift my energy. And you can keep a log as to what you do in a day that depletes your energy and uplifts your energy. You can be in a job you hate that depletes your energy, but maybe you don't want to leave it yet. But then make sure you do things during your lunch break or when you get home that increase your energy. So take a log of your life and see whether you have a lot more things in your life that are depleting your energy than feeding your energy. That's
I
the most important thing.
love that. I love that. That is so perfectly stated, you guys. Did you all get that? Anita's talking about really tracking in your life those activities and those things that really fill up your energy rather than deplete your energy, that really serve your energy. For those of you who, you know, who needed that repeated. But let me share with all of you really quickly. So it is hard to do this in a vacuum. It is hard to do it and just sit there by yourself. And yes, there's a lot of fear in the world. You know, someone's else is saying there's so much, a couple of you are saying there's so much fear in the world. What Anita does is bring you to a place of peace, of calm, of centeredness. And sometimes we need our soul tribe community to be able to come together, to be able to be supported. So, of course, you know, I'm going to talk about an event that's coming up. Now, you can have your choice now. We're just announcing it that the event is going to be live stream. So I don't want anybody to get agita about, I have to travel. No, Anita has agreed to live stream this event. That means everyone all around the world can participate. And Anita is going to be doing these healing journeys, whether you're in the room or whether you're live streaming. So on August 14 through 17 in Sedona, Arizona, if you want to be there live, Anita will be teaching an entire weekend retreat. And I have to tell you, this is just food and nourishment for your soul and well being. And this is something that fills your cup up. It fills my cup up. So if you can't travel, it's a much less expensive option to come join us on live stream. It's easier to get there. And here, I'm going to go ahead and put the URL in the comments so you can join us, take a look at it. We're going to live stream it, which basically means that anywhere in the world, you'll be able to participate. And there's a lot of people who are already who are already signed up for this and will be a part of this actual live streaming event. And no matter whether you're live stream or whether you're there in person, you'll still get the same information. And it will be recorded. So you will be able to have those recordings for about 60 days. I think we lost a connection there on Anita's site for just for a second. So let me reiterate that. We are live streaming Anita's live event in Sedona, from Sedona, on August 14 through 17. It's a great option if you don't want to travel, if finances are tight, or whatever it is, you don't want to leave your home. No problem. If you're across the globe, we'll be recording it so you'll have access to the replay for at least 2 months after the event dates. The URL is anita.celebrateyourlife.com. So it's anita.celebrateyourlife.com. And come join us. It's going to be fabulous, right, Anita?
The event is going to be fabulous. So, in the spirit of honesty, I just want to say, I would prefer you came in person if you can. I would love it because we create this beautiful energy. And Liz asked me very early on if I wanted to do it live stream. And I was reluctant at first, which is why you've only heard about it so recently. I was reluctant at first because I said I create this energy and we cocoon people and we have no control over what they're doing in their environment. But then we started to realize that a lot of people from outside America may not want to come here right now. And also, There's a lot of people who are unwell. And so when it was a choice between leaving people out, I thought, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. And so I'm going to really, really put in an extra effort to make it more all encompassing for those who are joining on video. And what I would suggest for you, please do join in on video if you on live stream if you can't travel, but try and do all the days sequentially, one after the other, and try and have peaceful, calm environment in between the sessions. So you will get the most effect if you do it that way. But I
Yes.
would love for you to join me in whatever way you can, live stream or in person. It's better
Yes.
than not joining.
Exactly. And once again, the website address is anita.celebrateyourlife.com. That's anita.celebrateyourlife.com. Okay, Anita, thank you so much for joining us and thank everyone for tuning in today. We're so grateful you're here. Thank you.
Thank
And
Thank you so much, Liz, and thanks everyone for joining us. And thanks for your patience. And I'm going to ask Abby to maybe post this on my YouTube. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So for the people who tune in there. Thank you guys so much.
bye. Stay right there, Anita.